trying to get it out of the water.
Golf blunders that will leave you speechless. From stolen clubs to surprise swimming lessons, these shocking moments prove that in golf, chaos is always just one swing away. Golf can be wild, but this woman took driving into the fairway too literally, hitting the crowd twice in a row during a long drive contest. The best part? She hit the same woman both times. The unlucky golfer yelled, "Make her cut it out." Maybe the safest spot is on the green.
Oh, except maybe in the rain.
Out,
Look at this.
out.
This is
Watch
a
out.
huge mistake. Very steep bank, and there's a hazard.
Ricky Fowler was in control until the 11th hole. His chip shot veered off course, splashing into the water. A tough break, but just take the drop and move on, right?
Grasses and how steep the bank is. Ricky's looking.
That's crazy up how that ball sat there for all that time. And so Brandon Grace is right back in it big time.
Wrong. Before he could even line up his shot, the ball rolled back into the water. Again, a double bogey, courtesy of the golf gods. Sometimes the course just isn't on your side. In 1997, pro golfer Mike Clayton missed a putt and tried a fancy club flip, only for it to go rogue. He got slapped with a one-stroke penalty.
And finally, here's the ultimate lesson in what not to do.
Far away. Oh.
Commentators joked, if you're going to break the rules, you might as well break all of them. Poor old Mike.
Thoughts running through his mind.
Well, if you're going to break the rules, you might as well break all of them. Poor old Mike Clayton.
Jordan Spieth at the 11th, the long birdie that he's looking at.
Looks pretty darn
Is he gonna do
good.
it?
Clutch golf is about survival. On Royal Birkdale's 13th, Spieth's drive veered so far right it hit the practice range. Not ideal.
Look at Stenson.
As if to say, are you kidding me? I hit another one step like he did over at the 9th.
Most would unravel. Spieth? He saved a bogey, then went 5 under in 4 holes, capped by a 50-foot eagle and an epic high five.
In Europe, where they sort of go with all different types of greens. And Henniotto, not having the best of times. Should we count that as a stroke, I wonder?
Golf can humble even the best. At the 2005 Nashua Masters, Henniotto battled the greens. Missed putts piling up as frustration took over.
I'm afraid. And this is so silly. And to watch a professional golfer do that is totally ridiculous.
What was I going to say? We called just to make sure I was going to take the right drop. Then I was very surprised to hear that he doesn't believe my ball has broken the surface. When I look at this ball, when I do this.
Golf rules can be as tricky as a downhill putt. At the RBC Heritage, Camilo Villegas thought his ball was embedded, but officials denied him relief twice.
If it's plugged in the sandy soil, that is not embedded. But if it broke the surface of the ground, then it would have been embedded. And that was the disagreement.
The ruling stood, no relief, just a tough punch-out. In golf, you can argue the rules, but they won't argue back. Ian Woosnam was soaring. A birdie on the first had him tied for the lead. Then came the dreaded words from his caddy. Too many clubs in the bag.
God, I give you a job.
Just like that, 2 penalty strokes, 1 flying driver, and a shattered dream. If you ever stumble across an old golf club in the Royal Lytham Rough, now you know the story.
The whole team was getting fired up over this and relishing the moment in a hostile road environment, but then Joe LaCava takes the celebration into the line of Rory McIlroy. They still had 2 putts.
Rory McIlroy had just lost when Patrick Cantlay's caddy, Joe LaCava, started celebrating, hat twirling, arms waving, right in his way. Rory asked him to move. LaCava stood his ground. Frustration carried into the parking lot, where Rory erupted at Jim Bones Mackay. Shane Lowry had to step in. Cool-headed Rory? Not this time.
DiVincenzo spent many of his later years back at the Ranelagh Golf Club. It was often described as his second home, and the course is named after him.
Few moments in golf sting like Roberto DiVincenzo's 1968 Masters blunder. On his 45th birthday, he signed for a 4 instead of a 3 on the 17th, costing him a playoff and handing Bob Golby the win.
The following year, DiVincenzo would miss out on a playoff for the Masters title, infamously signing for 1 stroke more than he'd actually taken on the penultimate hole after his playing partner put down the wrong score.
Was it all his fault? Tommy Aaron wrote the wrong score, Augusta's system failed him, and fate wasn't kind. Instead of a green jacket, DiVincenzo was left with one of golf's greatest what-ifs. At the 2021 Scottish Open, Rory McIlroy, with Rahm and Thomas nearby, was set to tee off when a fan casually strolled up to his bag and started rummaging through it like a garage sale.
That's very kind. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much for your help. Here. Give me a bit.
The fan grabbed a head cover, an iron, and even took practice swings before security intervened. After attempting to pocket McIlroy's head cover.
Believe it or not, this guy, Billy Horschel, is 3 under par today. But not happy. Not happy. And showing his frustration.
Despite sitting at 3 under par, Billy Horschel reacted to a missed putt like his entire round was falling apart.
But I think he's doing it a little bit of good fun, you know. You can't be that unhappy with 3 under at the turn.
His over-the-top reactions had fans laughing, wondering how he'd handle a truly bad day on the course.
White yellow shirt and the white trousers. I thought the trousers had to go, the shoes and the socks had to go because of getting out into the ball. And then I thought I might as well save the shirt when I'm already saving the pants, so I didn't.
At the 2009 WGC-CA Championship, Henrik Stenson shocked fans by stripping down to his underwear to hit a muddy water shot, avoiding a messy outfit and saving strokes.
I couldn't believe the publicity that shot and that picture got. I've signed it thousands of times already, and I get reminded every time I play a golf tournament.
I don't really laugh about it anymore. I just call him sexy.
Playing partner Ruji Amata laughed. Great shot, but that picture is legendary. I just call him sexy now. Soaked but determined, he shook it off and rallied with 3 clutch birdies to salvage the match. Golf's wildest moments never end. Subscribe so that you can see even more moments like these.